In the race for the White House, former President Donald Trump is in Washington, where he is set to participate in a Fighting Antisemitism event and address the Israeli-American Council National Summit later today. So let's bring in live CBS News political director Fin Gómez. Now, these things do tie together, especially on the day right now when Donald Trump is about to mingle with some pretty heavy hitter leaders from the Jewish community.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Reed. And we are 47 days out. And those two events, there's a Fighting Anti-Semitism event in D.C., as you mentioned. Also, he's going to be addressing the Israeli-American Council. That first event, by the way, Reed, is organized by Dr. Miriam Adelson, who's the billionaire mega GOP donor. Right. Donald, she had voted to help. She had said that she'd be supporting Donald Trump's third bid to the White House, and has vowed to spend as much as $100 million of her own money, and has funded a pro-Trump super PAC. So that's part of the reason why he's here. But also, yes, he's attempting to use the Israeli-Hamas war and the division within the Democratic Party as a wedge to win over Jewish voters. They have traditionally voted heavily Democratic over the last few cycles, especially, but he's trying to use that when you're talking about a battle margins in these battleground states like North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and so forth. I think by trying to appeal to them on this, Michigan as well, especially, you know about the uncommitted movement that is there. He's trying to pull some of those voters into his camp.
You talk about the big money from Dr. Miriam Adelson, the wife of the late Sheldon Adelson. For the viewers who do not know, think Sands Corporation, Las Vegas, think gaming, casinos, not only here in the United States, but Macau as well. So some big money. Fin, before we let you go, the FBI says Iranian hackers stole information from the Trump campaign, sent it over to the Biden campaign. Any word from the Biden camp about how they responded to this? And first of all, before we do that, let's go to some sound right now, and then I want to ask you about this.
We have been raising concerns about Iranian cyber actors attempting to influence elections around the world, including U.S. elections, for some time. It was, of course, disclosures by the United States that brought all of this to light. I think these latest attempts are nothing new by the Iranian regime. It's sought to undermine democracies around the globe for years, but of course they're absolutely troubling. Iran should not interfere in our elections. No country should interfere in our elections. And what we will do is continue to expose those countries that attempt to interfere in our elections, and we will hold them accountable for those actions.
So what did the Biden camp, Fin, do with the emails? How did they respond, and any response from the Trump camp?
The Harris campaign were very clear in their interactions with us and other reporters that these were individuals linked to the campaign, but they were not members of the campaign. But I do think there's some great reporting here by our own Nicole Skanga. But the campaign spokesperson said that they were not aware of any material being sent directly to the campaign. A few individuals were targeted on their personal emails with what looked like spam or phishing attempt. So essentially, those emails came in, but they were unsolicited and they were unreplied to. And the reporting that we have now is that they were not utilized. And so I think that is something that we'll continue to watch. But Donald Trump has quickly pounced on this and saying that essentially the Vice President Harris is in cahoots with Iran. They were illegally spying on me. And saying that giving all the information to the Kamala Harris campaign, that is a mischaracterization, what has actually occurred and what we know of at this point. Reed?
Proof that in an election cycle, all things are indeed political. Fin Gómez, thank you so much for joining us on the stream today.